What's going on, people? Hopefully, you can hear me. So, we're here tonight to talk about Space Invaders, the invasion of male spaces. Okay. Now, sometimes on Facebook, we start these male discussion groups, right? On Facebook, right? You start this group, and the intention is to have a bunch of guys join this group so you can discuss things that men are going through, right? So it starts off, dudes are sounding off about, the life experiences, women, this and that and the third. Until somebody gets a good idea to say, and says, hey, man, let's include the women in here. And everybody's like, no, that's not a good idea. And then they include the women. So you include the women, they come in, and dudes are talking like they usually talk. And then the girls start flagging the group off. They start flagging the group off. And, then the group is done. Facebook shuts the group down. It's a wrap. Defeated the purpose. You started a male discussion group. You added women. Now they got flagged off, right? That's what you call a space invasion. They invaded your space, right? There's always men have always, tried to have spaces, whether it be, what they call it, a den or man cave or anything like that, so they can just, exist, because the space is always being invaded, right? Right. So I'm gonna show you a few examples of where we're going, because we're getting to a point where a lot of male spaces are going to cease to exist. So here we go. All right. Oh, I ain't even added yet. So let me share the screen here. I'm going to pick the tab, and here we go. So here you have the new Playboy cover, right? So let's scroll up a little bit. Here we go. Bretman Rock becomes Playboy's first gay male cover star. Of course, he's the first. It's a men's mag. It's a men's mag that features women for men who like women, right? So Hugh Hef's daughter thought this was a good idea. She thought it was a good idea to put a gay man on the cover of a men's mag. Okay. And Playboy's doing bad, by the way. Doing terrible. All right. Ever since Hef died, this girl has done a bunch of stupid ass ideas for this magazine. And I'm surprised that the guys who run this thing are letting her do it. She must have like a ridiculous amount of power over there. All right. So let me do something here. Right. So Bretman Rock becomes Playboy's first gay male cover star, right? So let's scroll down and let's see the picture here, right? So this is the cover. This is the cover. This is a bad idea, all right? Not too long ago, Hef's daughter decided to take the nudity out of Playboy, right? I don't know if you guys have ever seen this. I got a few of them here. Took the nudity out of Playboy. The sales dropped. She put the nudity back in the magazine to save the company, right? To save the company. Now, she does this. She puts a gay man in a bunny outfit on the cover of a men's magazine. We're going to see how this goes over, right? Jack Sparrow, what's going on? So do me a favor. I just saw something on Marshawn TV. It affected me. College girls, go look. It's there now. Tell me how you feel. It's there right now. I just saw it 15 minutes ago, max. So is that on their website? Marshawn TV? So I'm going to go look at Marshawn TV. Shout out to Jack Sparrow. But yeah, I'm just saying, like, This isn't about homophobia or anything like that. It's a men's magazine. This is a bad idea. This is not what we want to see, right? So, you know, I'm trying to understand the end game with this, like, because you have magazines for gay guys. You had Playgirl. Well, to be honest, you had magazines for gay guys masquerading as magazines with men in it for women, right? Women don't buy these magazines. You know, women don't buy magazines to look at men. Men buy magazines to look at women, and men buy magazines to look at men. All right? Women don't buy shit to look at shit, you know, because they just go get a dude. But what I'm trying to understand is, what is the end game? What is the end game in taking straight male spaces? Because I'm gonna give you another example here, right? I'm gonna give you another example here. So I'm gonna take that down, right? And I'm gonna show you something else. Now this is a little older, right? This is a little older story, right? So now you got the Boy Scouts, right? Boy Scouts of America. Boy Scouts of America, right? So Boy Scouts is now the Scouts. It's not the Boy Scouts no more. They let girls in now. So now it's the Boy Scouting of America, and their site is scouting.org. It's no longer the Boy Scouts, right? Let me show you something, right? Hold on. This is the shit. It's kind of crazy. You come out of here. So you got the Scouts, which is the Boys and Girl Scouts now. It's not just the Boy Scouts. Right? So here you go. Check this out. Let's see here. The Girl Scouts here. So you got the Girl Scouts, right? Still looking like the Girl Scouts. Ain't no boys in the Girl Scouts, just Girl Scouts. So you got the Girl Scouts. You got the Boys and Girl Scouts, or just the Scouts. There's no more Boy Scouts. Girl Scouts is just still all girls. The girls got to keep they shit. And the Boy Scouts now have to share shit with girls. Already had Girl Scouts. You didn't need to have the girls join the Boy Scouts. And to be honest, the Girl Scouts are actually not happy about it, right? So let me show you something. So let me show you this here, right? So I'm gonna take this off, right? And show you this. So the Boy Scouts are just the Scouts now, and that's making the Girl Scouts mad, right? They're mad that it's simply the Girl Scouts, right? So let me make that a little bigger. So the 100-year-old organizations are prepared to take their battle over self-identity to court, right? Self-identity. So this is, this is what do they call it? Identity politics. This is an identity politics situation because the Boy Scouts want to cater to girls. They are infringing on the Girl Scouts. Mind you, somebody thought it was a good idea to let the Girl Scouts in the Boy Scouts to make it equal, but now the Girl Scouts are mad. It's kind of like the transgenders in women's sports. But they invited that, with the whole transgenders in women's sports. That was the women's idea. Let's not forget. Oh, because we see them as women. So, okay, if they're women, you're not drawing a line anywhere. They get to join your sports. They share your sports and they share your bathrooms. Look, I don't have a dog in the fight. It's your space. It's being invaded, right? I am for the preservation of male spaces. Okay? So it says, yeah, even though they already had a Girl Scouts. They already had a Girl Scouts. Why? You know, somebody somewhere said, hey, can't have this. You know, how many groups you been in on Facebook where the girls are dying to get in there? And some of the dudes are like, let girls in here. Listen, there's plenty groups. If you want to talk to girls, you can talk to girls. They don't have to invade everything. Right? So, okay. So Jack Sparrow says this on YouTube. What is the name of the thing? Marshawn TV. Marshawn. I don't know what that is. Right? So I'm gonna look for that. Marshawn TV, right? I don't know which one of these videos you want me to play, throw on here, but yeah. So yeah, continue. This what is it? Is written by They Do Not Desire Your Daughters, right? But what I'm trying to understand, when you have traditionally straight male shit, and you bring LGBT, you bring trans, you bring women into that space. Now, as opposed to giving these people their own spaces, you had the Queer as Folk series, you had the L Word, and you had all these shows. Listen, I'm the first person to say gay people are here, they're not going anywhere. Trans people are here, they're not going anywhere. It's a reality. Feel how you want to feel about it, but it's the reality, right? We have a WNBA which sucks, and we all know it sucks, and the women don't even watch it. It's like they fight for these things to then turn around and not support it. The funny thing is that the NBA, the straight male basketball league, has to pay to support the women's basketball league, which women don't support. Women don't even support this stuff. They just want it. It's almost like it's to spite men's shit. It's invading for the purpose of invading. Said they don't even like or understand football. Facts. Said it started when they invaded Super Bowl parties. I'm trying to understand what is the end game. It's just doing it just because, right? Doing it just because. So all the things that we're doing, they want to do. It's almost like women want to be men so bad. They want to be in our spaces. They want to do what we do, because they think this shit is fun. This shit is fun. I thought nothing could be better or more fun than being at home, spending the money that a motherfucker is working 8 hours or 16 hours to give you. Somebody tricked these women into thinking like this man shit is fun. This man shit is work. I mean, shit. This ain't the 50s no more. Y'all got dishwashers and robots that sweep the floor and vacuum cleaners and all this stuff that men have made, men have created to make your housewife life easier. The housework is actually easier than it used to be. Remember back in the days, they used to have to wash the clothes like this and hang it up on the clothesline. You ain't got to do that shit no more. You know what I'm saying? We still pretending in 2021 that housework is crazy. It's not crazy. The worst thing y'all have to deal with is your cycle. You know what I'm saying? This man shit is hard. I seen a cartoon. I wish I had it to post here. I seen a cartoon where, it says, what women think is oppression, and had a picture of a wife serving her husband dinner in the house, right? And it says, what women think is freedom. And it was a picture of a girl as a waitress serving a man in a restaurant. Y'all want to go to work? Y'all want to pay for shit? Then see, look, Cinderella Complex. I made the video already. So you want a salary, not because you want to pay bills, because you want to make the money that you can go out and, you know, buy your Gucci, Fendi, Prada, and you don't want to ask us for it. Like you want the independence from the income that you would take from us to go buy your bullshit, right? But again, this is Space Invaders. Like you're envying. You want to be a part of the men's club, right? You want to be in the locker room. So going further than that, further back, Jack Sparrow. Further back than that, it goes back to the Garden of Eden. What did Eve want? She wanted to be a male like God, even like Adam. They push for reproductive rights, Roe versus Wade, but still say men should get snipped. I never understood that argument. Like, okay, they made all this birth control for women, right? So, you know, that they act like they don't want to use, like they protest using it. You know, every chick I know has or pretends to have some sort of reaction to either condoms or birth control, right? All this stuff, you fought for it, and now you don't want it. You don't want to use it, right? So they fight for abortion rights, which is actually, abortion is way more damaging to the body. Does way more damage. Abortion does way more damage than birth control. You got methods to prevent you from getting pregnant. You got methods to end the pregnancy. You got methods to end the conception. You got Plan B, right? You got all these things. These things, you can either continue to take them or not take them, or you could take them as you need to. But your argument for us, for male birth control, is a vasectomy, which is a permanent procedure. Birth control pills are not permanent. Anytime some female says to me that men should get snipped, the first thing I say is, well, get your tubes tied. Get your tubes tied, right? They can get untied. Why snip me, right? Now, I'm going to tell guys, right? If you got children, go get snipped. Do it. It's not going to affect your performance. Do it. I recommend dudes get vasectomies if they have children. If you have a child, go get a vasectomy, right? I'm getting off topic because this is about Space Invaders. So I'm going to read some more comments, right? So if God is life, that means a woman and one what? If God is life, that means man and woman reproducing. If Satan is death, that means anti-life equation, which would equal no reproduction, because everyone is with their same sex. That is the end goal. Let me stop sharing this. So everyone is with their same sex. That is the end goal. Well, shit, that's not productive. You got to have reproduction. The only way you get reproduction is with heterosexuality. Homosexuality does not reproduce. So, okay, the pill will make me gain weight. Well, yeah, so will a baby, right? So they act like men don't still use rubbers. Check this out. Ain't a motherfucker on here, if you old enough, that has not been asked by a woman to take that condom off. Women don't like rubbers either. Okay? A lot of women will get upset if you use one, or they'll take it personal. All right? It's like the most unattractive chicks are the loudest on this issue. To me, the funniest part is the people that instigated this plan to destroy the black man are now have their pet monster returning home to destroy them. Go figure. All right, artifice wombs. Oh man. It drives me out. You got a bunch of girls talking about they're allergic to condoms. They got like raw allergies to raw latex and all this other stuff, right? It's like whatever you got, it ain't gonna work, right? Only thing that's gonna work is abortion. They fight for that, right? The funny thing is they'll fight for abortion and they'll say, well, God doesn't like abortion. This is bad. So what I'm trying to understand, right? What I'm trying to understand is with this, the invasion of male spaces, trying to push, and this, trying to push the, whether it be the LGBTQ or, women into male arenas. What I'm trying to understand is what's the end goal? What is the end goal? So you got the WNBA, which makes no money. The girls don't even make money. They argue that they should be making as much as LeBron. As ridiculous as Monique saying she should be pulling Dave Chappelle numbers. And then they say, Monique will say, well, because I'm a black female, you got people that, Dave Chappelle is black, right? So they, you can't use the racial argument. So they argue, well, it's because it's a female. And check this out. I came up in the Def Comedy Jam era, and there's a lot of women from that era that were funny. These women are not funny. Nowadays, these chicks are not funny, man. Monique is all right. I respect Monique for everything she's done, but listen, ain't none of y'all motherfuckers ever go see a movie because Monique was in it. Starring Monique, no. Now playing, coming soon. Monique in, no. You ain't never go see a movie because Monique was in it. Or she was the star. Monique has always been the fat chick in the movie, right? So let's not play games. What's the end goal? What is the end goal? For me, it's like once you get what you want, it's like those Facebook groups. Once we let you in, you tear it down. You destroy it, right? Once we let you in it, you tear it down. I don't know what's going to happen with the Boys and Girl Scouts, but the Playboy thing, that's going to be a wrap. You put a gay man on a men's mag, it's a wrap. Once you start we ain't trying to get in your spaces. Men are not trying to get in female spaces, and we for damn sure not trying to get in LGBTQ spaces. But everybody wants to be down with us, right? So let me read some comments here. All right. Tell women they will not get a government check anymore for having kids. Let's see. I've actually suggested that, right? God doesn't like premarital sex, but here we are. It's funny they cherry pick what God likes, the strings of the puppet and shit. God don't like abortion, but he's cool with us fucking, right? It's cool with us fucking raw even, right? Everybody tells you what God likes and what God don't like. Let God tell me. All right. All those women went to college. None of them studied economics. No, these girls got degrees in bookkeeping. Veterinarian. These girls, I'm educated. They having degrees in bullshit, right? Degrees in bullshit. Yeah, Cortez. All right. So look. See, I feel about female comics the way Sean Price felt about female rappers. Hold on now. It's Sean Price, that dude, right? There's a few exceptions. You see, I can imagine the female rappers he's talking about, but Lauryn Hill was the truth. It's funny that you said that. I just got finished listening to all of Lauryn Hill's verses, like the best of her verses on it's funny, I still got this up. Hold on, let me scroll. Yeah, so I just finished listening to let me try to get this in focus. I just finished listening to Lauryn Hill's best verses. Okay. Lauryn Hill is one of the exceptions, right? But I do get the sentiment, right? Because all these chicks talk about is the dumbest shit in the world. All right. So abortions lead to cancers of the breast and what? The urine, what? The uterine. So I hate it when Hollywood promoted black men getting with fat women in the Monique movie in 06. Yeah, they always do that with us. If you notice, right? If you notice, they use black men, right? They push black men as the gay shit, right? And then they push the ideal of the overweight black woman. And I talk to girls who I know that are overweight and other women. I say, yo, if you notice, why is it that every time they trying to like push an agenda, they always use the gay guy and the big girl, right? So you ever ran from a baby? What you will notice is the baby will become the aggressor and start chasing you. So submitting to women is its own reward. Degrees in counting eggs, definitely, right? Or beans, jelly bean counting. I got a BA in beans, and L Boogie is a strong exception. Yo, I just went back to, because a lot of people argue, oh, she's not really a rapper, she's a singer. Nah, you gotta listen to them verses. Type in Lauryn Hill best verses, and you'll get a video that'll remind you how incredible this girl was. For her to be a woman in a group with two other guys and be the standout rapper, yeah. But yeah, man, female basketball players and female, football players. We talking about girls who play football. Said my idea, like, for a successful sports team of women is make them wear thongs. Make them wear thongs. That's what we want to see, because you want our money. The women ain't going to support it. We going to support it. You want it to make money, or you just want to make a statement so people will stop complaining. Oh, it's fair. It's fair. And then, John McEnroe, right, famously said that, Serena Williams can't fuck with any of the male tennis players. And this is a fact, because she's the best tennis player ever. Well, if you say best ever, you include in the men. So she can't, if she's not better than them, then she could be the best female, but she can't be the best ever. Because then you're talking about everybody. If she's the best ever, I mean, she beat everybody, right? That's what that means, right? No, she's the best ever. The best ever, right? Y'all don't want to be us. Y'all it's like how people say, nobody want to be a nigga to nobody want to be a nigga. Hey, nobody want to be a nigga to nobody. Everybody want to be a nigga to nobody. Nobody want to be a nigga. Everybody want to be a dude. Oh, they want these spaces. They want what comes with this. They don't want what comes with. They want what they think comes with this. They don't want what comes with this. You give a girl some income, you give her a nice salary, and then she don't want to pay bills. Well, part of this is paying bills. Part of this is responsibility and accountability. You do some shit, it's your fault. You got to admit it's your fault. It's part of this shit. Right? You want support money, but you don't want to support shit. Again, male spaces, corporate America, another area that's going to be destroyed because we up in there together. Listen, there's talented women, intelligent women. they should be able to express their talents and skills and intelligence. Just trying to figure out how we gonna work this out without them burning it all down. Now you got a bunch of women in corporate America. You're getting less and less and less men. A lot of this is coming at the expense of men. But understand, the men, if you give them the income to support, they'll support a society. If you give women that, they don't do that. They don't do that. They support themselves and maybe their children. But that shit don't come back. You can't empower them because it doesn't trickle down. It doesn't trickle back, right? They're not community. My proof is the difference is like the difference between the Black Panthers and BLM. Black Panthers, black male run organization, had free lunch and neighborhood programs and this and that, and whatever money they put together, they supported the community. Men are about community. Men are about family. You let women run it, then you have BLM, a bunch of motherfuckers stealing money and going to buy real estate with it, and nothing comes back. Not for women, not for men, and not for children. None of that money went to the families of the men who they used to, their deaths to collect on, right? So invasion means someone has recognized your weakness and is moving to take your stuff. No one invades the strong. We allow it. We allow it. They can't invade our space unless we let them in. We do too much of that shit. They want the title without the responsibility. Absolutely. They call themselves boss chicks without 80-hour work weeks. Check this out, right? You got rideshare, right? Lyft drivers and Uber drivers. If you look at the stats, on average, like women, I mean, mind you, this is Uber driving. There's no gender discrimination. There's no patriarchy. There's none of that shit, right? You look at who makes more money is us. It's men, because men are going to drive more hours. They're going to drive the hours where, more people are out, the late hours, the club hours and things like that. They're going to work all those hours. Women are going to work a few hours and they're going to go to fuck home. Right? Then you got the reality that they don't want to work those late hours because it feels dangerous. You know what I'm saying? So this always happens at the end of an empire or civilization. Study history, you'll see it. This is exactly what happens in every empire, including Rome. It is clearly written and recorded in history. Yeah, they burn it down. Right? Women don't even make money in Uber. Because they don't work the hours. They don't work the hours. You're just driving. It's no heavy lifting. You're driving. It's easy. It's not labor intensive. It's just driving, right? I'm going to keep this short tonight, right, fellas? So I'm going to be getting off soon. But, if you build a male space, right, the women should be entitled to have their spaces. LGBTQ should be entitled to have their spaces, and men also. If those spaces are exclusive or can be exclusive, I mean, you got the gay club and shit like that. You got women's clubs. You got women's groups. You got women's gyms. You got gyms that's just women. Lucille Roberts, just women. It's women's gyms. They don't want dudes looking at them while they working out. So there's no men allowed. Right? I'm just saying. So women who drive rideshare and after hours usually have a man ride shotgun. That kind of defeats the purpose because now you lose a seat. Right? So Lauryn Hill was married to a Marley, cheated on him with his drummer. Oh, I didn't know that. Broke up the group. That's why he divorced her and had a baby with the Brazilian model. Lauryn Hill is a bad example. Well, Marley, he wasn't no innocent motherfucker either. He did a lot of fuck shit too. Rohan Marley. He did a lot of fuck shit too. I think he was fucking with her cousin or something like that. He was fucking a member of her family. Okay? But, again, I'm trying to understand what the end goal is, and I'm inclined to believe that, when you got a male space, I think what women like to do is when they see men, enjoying themselves autonomously and without them, right? I remember one night I was with my boys in Baltimore. We went out. One of my boys is married. We left his wife home. And they came out to help me grab some stuff. And at the end of that, we went to Checkers and got some burgers. And we left his wife home. She was knocked the fuck out. She was asleep. She wasn't even up, right? So we get back, and she sees that we had something to eat. We had Checkers. This woman was asleep, and she's mad that we had burgers without her. No fun without me. You can't be over there enjoying yourself, enjoying life, breathing and drinking and your heart beating without me. Without me? How you do this without me? Like, motherfucker, you asleep. This is the boys. We went to kick it. When the girls go to whatever island to get your groove back and all that shit, we let you do you. It's just like when my peoples came out to Vegas. All dudes trip. Me and my homies that I grew up with. But his wife had to choose the house that we stayed in. She had to plan it. And I'm the single dude in the group. And yo, man, you got to let them, you know what I'm saying? Why? Lauryn Hill was married to okay, we read that one already. They like to disrupt male gatherings. This is the point. They can't stand when they are not the center of men's lives. It reminds them that they don't have power over men, but flip it and give her a lot of attention. Shit. Lauryn Hill right now has a baby by the Marley that married his drummer. Go figure. And well, maybe that shit was revenge because that motherfucker, he was like his daddy. They both fucked up. But I'm just saying, I think the whole point of invading spaces is to destroy them. I don't think that, right now, of course, straight, black, or just masculinity, period, is under attack. And any group or any understanding or anything masculine is now bad and it has to be destroyed. What I don't understand is these are women who want real men. So if you destroy men, what will you have left? What will be left? Women are shaming men for not dealing with transgenders. Okay, but if they deal with transgenders, do you still want these men after that? I'm trying to understand the game plan. I think it's just arguments for argument's sake. It's just bitching for bitching's sake. This is some first world problems. This is first world problems, man. You go to third world, nobody's talking about this shit. Nobody's having these conversations, man. They do. Can you feed us? Yes, please make money, feed us. We are hungry. That's third world issues, not LGBTs, not invading men's spaces. If none of this stuff is an issue in countries that are underdeveloped. We have built this country up too much. Now it's like we don't need you. Then she wants space. You too needy. Yeah. Oh, don't let me get into that. It's a story I want to tell, but I can't because the person that I'm talking about might watch this video. BGS is how I found this channel. My man BGS Idmore. Every time I post a video, he shares it. I appreciate you, BGS. I'm a BGS fan. fanboy. So when he jumps in, stay tuned because BGS do jump on the panels that I have on this channel. Shout out to BGS, shout out to T. Hassan Johnson, shout out to the Green Gorilla channel, shout out to the Bitter Truth Show. You know, these are the guys that, you know, I was doing these videos on Facebook. They dragged me in here. Said, you need to get on YouTube. So I'm here. Fuck with me. Right? So, all right, first world women have it so easy that they literally make up things to complain about. Oh, I'm loving this comment section. Deviation from natural law will lead you to destruction. This is why men have multiple wives and concubines with other wives and concubines. None of these problems would exist. Think about it. To be honest, shit, you had a lot of men used to kill their wives. Like, oh, yeah, you want some other shit. Time for you to go. Got a bunch of chicks over here. Replace you. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is. You know? Go down the Sparta well in a minute. This is the natural order of things. I was talking to my aunt. She was like, do you think this stuff is natural? I said, it's not that I don't think it's natural. It's an aberration. It's like a deviation. What we're dealing with now, and I'm not talking about homosexuality, but a lot of what we're dealing with now, especially with this women's social construct, you know, they want it the other way, but it can't be the other way because there's no progress the other way. It's kind of against nature. I know I just said it's not unnatural, but it's against nature. Then we can't reproduce if we stop nature. You know what I'm saying? There's a biological imperative here at the end of the day, or it's over, right? I worked for myself. I got basically rich because I understand what was happening. The reason I'm always up is because I'm always investing and looking at my investments, even at this moment. Yeah, you sound like me. You know, I threw $100 at the Sheba shit just cause, like, okay, maybe not, whatever. It's $100. It ain't shit, right? Might throw some more at it. If it don't do shit, fuck it. My other investments will make that money back. I don't give a fuck. But at the end of the day, man, protect your space. And that's what I'm going to end off with. Protect your space. Gentlemen, protect your space. And we always talk about protect your seed. Also protect your space, your personal space. Your space is yours. Be the king, the ruler of your space. It's quiet in here. Ain't no noise in this motherfucker but me. Protect your spaces. Once your space gets invaded, it's going to burn. There's no other reason to let someone or that someone wants to invade your space other than destroy it. I'm not saying don't share space with a female or nothing like that. I'm just saying, like, when you start feeling the energy go left, anything like that, you got to protect your space. They got to go. Be careful of who you have in your space. Very careful. You know, letting women into, or anyone into your space. But, you know, I don't know if you gentlemen ever lived with a woman at her place or let a woman move into your place or anything like that. If you do, or if you have, then you know. Protect your space. Be very protective of your space. All right? Once you get your space, you know, that shit is you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. Shh. You're going to blow it up, man. Can't be telling. It's the silent plan, man. That's this. Look, see? Liang Bentley, see, he got it right. That's the silent plan. Got to be quiet, man. That's why it's BM, gentlemen, right? Protect your spaces. Don't leave them open to invaders. And this is going to be it for me. Thank y'all for joining me, man. This is a dope comment section. Hit that subscribe, hit that bell so you know when I'm on, man. We're going to have some panels. We're going to have BGS up in here. We're going to talk about a few things. Black Oru is not in the comment section tonight, so I'm going to catch him another time. Here, Black Oru, you owe me a debate, brother. And it will not be any straw manning. So, and that's a challenge. Black Oru, respect, but I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out, bro. Black Oru strikes, calling you out. So, protect your spaces, you know. Woo! Oh, you good. More than 5 of them. Okay. All right. Jack Sparrow. Yo, follow me, man. Got some more things coming, man. I'm on here, so I will get with you guys later. All right. Keeping it 100. Peace out. 100.